Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage welcoming you back to episode 38 of Europa Universalis 4 as the Iroquois. And we're just, the typical Spain, they did nick that province there just to make the border gore even worse. We are basically just casually playing through this game just to try and finish it off while we are waiting for Mandate of Heaven to launch. Can we update our ships? It would cost us 900 and something ducats, but they do need upgrading. We probably should upgrade them before we declare any wars, because we're probably fighting a lot of British ships. We could always be in debt. We could just go ahead and get a loan out to upgrade them all. It's not necessarily the worst idea. And they are all lights protecting trade, so it would technically make more money for us if we did that. Sure, let's go ahead and do it. What have we got to lose? Let's go ahead and take a loan. And then we're going to go ahead and take the trade fleet. We'll get you back home. We'll get you upgraded. I think we might just work on one colony at a time now. I know we can work on multiple colonies, but there's not much of a point to doing it right now. Let's try and save up some money. So now that all you guys are docked, we want to go ahead and get you upgraded. Once the upgrade is done, you're going to go back to protecting trade. Caribbean seems to be giving us the most now. So we'll go and get involved in the Caribbean there. And yeah, return when slightly damaged. So we're not making money at the moment, because obviously we do have a bit of inflation because of the loan. And also the trade fleet is not trading right now. But we do have one colony less, so that should save us a bit of money there. So what we're ideally hoping for is England getting involved, or Great Britain getting involved in a war with somebody else to distract their attention a little bit so that we can dive in and hopefully hurt them. And we don't want Spain to get involved in too many other wars. And what we'd really like is for Russia to get involved in another war. Now, I wonder if someone like Newfoundland is disloyal. Where are we? Support independence. They are loyal towards Great Britain. What about the 13 colonies? Yeah, so they're all loyal, which means we can't try and support any independences, because that could have, you know, stirred up some trouble. So we want to go ahead and group you together. We are still losing money. The trade fleet, again, is not out yet. What we do want to do is, because we have a couple of extra force limit, royal marriage from Portugal. We might as well. We've already got an alliance with you. There's no downside to it. Let's go ahead and get a couple of extra cannons here. That'll take us up to our force limit. Give us some scarier stacks. We might be able to do something against the 13 colonies. Still losing money. Once we've got this colony here, we might just give up on colonizing altogether. Not run it, because we're currently spending 2 ducats a month on colony maintenance. Which isn't that bad, but it's still bad enough. Our advisors are costing us quite a bit as well. How damaged are these ships? Another month and they should be done. Is it 10% a month or 20? I can't remember. I think it's 10, isn't it? Yeah. So one more month, those guys will be out protecting trade again. Which will be good for us. Now then, do we want to turn any of these? You would make us some money. So let's go ahead and do that. Even though it does cost us a few admin points, it's probably worthwhile. You would make us... I guess every little bit of that does technically help. And it's not costing us a huge amount of... admin points. You're not really all that beneficial. You would make us a bit, so let's go ahead and do that. Again, it's only 12 admin points, so we don't really mind. You would make us a fair bit, so we'll go ahead and do that. 16 admin points, a little bit more, but not terrible. Didn't even realise that we'd gained the Galapagos Islands. At what point did I gain the Galapagos? Must have been owned by Brittany. Yeah, Breton. So they did have that at some point. That'd make us some money. Apparently we don't even need to core that, so that's fine. What do we have over here? That is not worth it. And that one gives us a fair bit more. 32 admin points for that one though, so... always costing us. Again, that's not really worth it. Not really worth it. Not really worth it. So we'll just cancel up all of the other ones there. Fantastic. Okay, we've got disloyal, or states demanding control of provinces, which is the clergy. We can very, very quickly sort that out. Shouldn't be a problem. So clergy, I'm not even all that bothered. Let's just go and give you something that's not really highly developed. That'll, no, that one. There we go. That solves their problem. So you are on military tech 29. You're still on military tech 28. You're actually at war with Scandinavia. That could be the queue that we could be looking for. Great Britain is at war with Scandinavia. Spain is not currently at war. That means that Russia is... Russia didn't get involved. Interesting. Russia didn't get involved in the war with Scandinavia. Who started the war? Attacker. Right, so that's why Russia didn't get involved, because it was an offensive war. So Russia might still get involved if we try and start this. But try and start it we will. We want to march in here with speed. So I'm going to start getting these units around. We are going to bump the maintenance up. Of course, we are going to be losing some money, but it's pretty much all we can do. Now, are there going to be any military ideas that are going to help me later on? Garrison size, land attrition, land force limit modifier, not all that useful. Lose an inflation. Well, sure, let's lose an inflation. We'll make a little bit more money. We're still not making much. How far is that colony? Let's wait for the colony to finish. Colony's nearly done. There we go. Colony's done. So let's go ahead and make that a core. How far are off we from getting more tech? See, we are now behind time in military tech, which is a little bit unfortunate. So, let's say we wanted to go ahead and bump up our army maintenance. It's going to cost us a lot of money, this we know. But we want to bump up our army maintenance, and our king dies right at the same time. Great. So now we've got a crappy ruler, but the crappy ruler does give us extra discipline, which is not that bad. Yeah, we're a little bit unbalanced here now. Let's actually focus on military again. Let's go and... Wow, now we're losing a lot of money, aren't we? Is that because of the drop to stability? It might partially be. We're losing a lot of money now, that's for sure. We do have an heir, which is fine, but yeah, that discipline I like. So, we want everybody's... we are going to have to take some more loans. That's apparent. So, if we declare a war on you, Spain and Portugal would still come in. Russia would come in as well. They do have some war exhaustion. But they would still come in. So we at least want to wait until we get up to full maintenance. Let's go ahead and take Diplo. Still up to 22nd in score. Yeah, we'll be taking out a fair few loans here. I think that's unavoidable. We want to jump on 13 colonies first. Creek will help us. Once we've dealt with 13 colonies, then we'll concentrate on... Let's turn the fort on. Then we'll concentrate on going up here and dealing with Newfoundland. And hopefully Spain will be getting stuff done over on the British mainland. That's kind of the plan here. We're still not at full maintenance. Right, we are now. Okay, this is it then. This is the time of judgment. We're going to declare war. We'll promise both of them land, because we'll be giving them land from Great Britain itself, not the colonies. So that's fine. We want the imperialism CB. So let's go ahead and make sure we do call both of them in. And we'll go ahead and do that. We are now at war with Great Britain. So, we want to start moving in with some of these units. Let's get everybody into a position where they can attack. Now, there's 42,000 men down here. Not too sure where they're going to try and come in from. We've only really got one fort that they can siege. The Creek are going to help us as well, of course. And hopefully... Yep, so French Mexico are involved, New Granada's involved, even though they're at -3 stability. Portugal, Oregon, Pacific Norte, everybody is involved. Strength of the alliance, we have more men, more cavalry, more cannons, more heavies, more lights, more transports. The strength of the alliance is definitely in our favour, and bear in mind that Great Britain is involved in another war right now. So all of these things together should hopefully make this a little bit easier for us. So we want to try and very, very quickly get as much of... Like, that you're going down there. You're going to try and siege out the creek. But that's fine. While you're doing that, we're going to siege out all of your lands up here. Now, you guys are starting to come in here and be a problem. The creek might go and deal with you. But I'm going to start sieging out as many provinces down here as I can. It is a little bit tricky given the fact that they are a military tech ahead. We are already losing out. Hopefully Spain are going to go and get some stuff done. The creek have already got a 21% chance on 13 colonies capital, which is fantastic. You get down into there. You get into there. That's fine. If you've got to go the long way around, you might as well just go into there. And then... are you guys going to get attacked down there? You've already sieged out the capital. We might be able to jump on you, but we definitely want to try and take some land over here first. So obviously these guys are sieging out at top. They're actually breaking off their attack. They're heading over somewhere else. That's because Spanish Louisiana is over here causing trouble. There should be a lot of units come. Yeah, everyone's starting to form up now. There's a few ships trying to land, but it looks like ships are... Wow, massive Portuguese navy over here. So I think we're fine in terms of the navy. We've managed to get even more provinces. Fantastic. I will constantly be sort of pausing, unpausing while doing this because it is a little bit tricky to sort of try and keep track of everything that you are doing all at once. We've got Portugal down here. We've got Spain down here. That's interesting because it means they're not directly attacking Great Britain. But that's fine. I'd sooner them help me kill off all of the... what's the word I'm looking for? All of the colonial types that are over here. If we can get all of those out of the way, that will be a lot easier. And that's getting unsieged. That is fantastic. You're going to go up there and unsiege that stuff. Excellent. I think dealing with the colonies over here should be relatively easy. That 42k stack is still around. All of this stuff is already sieged. Excellent. So yeah, dealing with the colonial armies shouldn't be too bad. We definitely want to try and get 100% siege on 13 colonies if we can. New Portugal's about to get attacked by that big stack. Well, I'm obviously not going to break off to go and deal with that. Getting tense now. Right, okay, I've not been paying attention. We've got a couple of provinces here that we've managed to get that we should probably be moving around. Once we get this province here, it'll be a little bit easier to move around. So we definitely want to grab that. But yeah, we are getting a lot of sieges done down here. Newfoundland is sieging some stuff out up top. No, we've actually managed to take it back. Spain and Creek are up there kicking ass and taking names. So it's this 41k stack from the 13 colonies that we really need to deal with. Luckily, we are very, very quickly getting everything down here sieged out. So once all this is done, I'm just going to go and chase that army down. That's kind of the plan. They still have 29 as their... Oh, more fort defense. Great. They still have 29 as their military tech. We are close to 29. But we do have a few combat modifiers that should help us. Got a few ports being blockaded. Oh, wow. Little tiny New Portugal navy there caught out by Britain's navy. But there was a massive Portuguese navy around at some... Oh, didn't want to click on any of those things. Nobility loses loyalty. We'll lose money that we don't have or lose some prestige. Yeah, we'll just do that one. They'll be unhappy for a while, but that is fine. Let's get you down into this province. Looks like we've got another fort there, but French Mexico is dealing with that on our behalf. Now, it might be possible that Great Britain might try and land some troops. They do have a relatively big navy there, but there's some 13 colonies transports. So I'm not sure if they will be landing anything. A couple of their ships just got caught off guard. You're going to grab that province. Right, 13 colonies is going to be completely sieged very shortly. So then all we need to try and do is find the 13 colonies. Right, Spain's trying to land some troops over here. So do we just want to put all you guys together? Where have the 13 colonies armies gone? I suggest at this point we probably just march north. I really don't know where their army went. Oh no, they're over here. So maybe we want to come and try and grab them. So let's get all of our armies. We've only got one general, so we might just put everything together in a giant death stack. And just see if we can't march over here and grab this 40 stack. So that's kind of the plan that I'm going for. We're going to suffer an absolute ton of attrition here. But that's fine. Right, let's get all you guys together in one province. Because now you'll all get the benefit of the maneuver on the general. Not that he has much. So yeah, we're going to suffer some attrition. But we're going to go off and down here. Portugal have got 44k nearby. So it might be possible that with Portugal's help we can get involved here. Did we just lose some ships? Yeah, we did. We just lost some of our ships. Let's retreat our navy if we can. Looks like our navy's going down. We want this navy to go home at war. Because we're just getting completely wrecked now. So let's not worry too much about the naval battles. And we want to go in here and try and... they are running, which is interesting. Getting a bit more attrition than I'd like. Lose merchant power. We'll lose the money and some diplo power. It doesn't really matter. I'm not necessarily sure we could catch this guy. We could try and forced march, but I don't really want to waste the military points. They might be moving up here to try and merge with these guys, but I don't think they are. Looks like they're trying to head towards their own provinces. Can we catch them there? Doesn't look like we're going to. If we can just get them cornered somehow, we might have a chance. Yeah, they're literally just sort of moving around me. Okay, let's stop here then. Let's go ahead and force march. Let's see if we can actually catch you now. How much maneuver does your general have? He has 3, which is probably why you're getting away from me. And of course, all of this marching around is just constantly giving me more and more attrition. But I really want to try and grab these guys if we can. Surely they've got to stop somewhere at some point. So they're moving into there. Just cannot catch them at the moment. They are far too quick for me. Hopefully Spain and Portugal actually get some... Ah, we're going to catch them. Actually going to catch them. Right, so this could go either way. Now, looks like we are just about going to win. We did indeed win. So we're going to turn force march off. We're going to split the army up. I'm going to move half of it out and keep half of it still. We can take a new tech. It is an admin tech. We should do that. It'll give us production efficiency. So let's work on that. We are still losing money. We've still got all of their land occupied. Newfoundland is almost completely sieged out as well. A lot of this up here is wasteland, so they don't have as many provinces as they appear to have. There are some Newfoundland units up here. Now let's get you guys over here, because we might get an opportunity to go and jump on those Newfoundland troops again. So let's march you that way. We will have to come over here at some point and try and take care of Newfoundland's armies. Yeah, our navies are suffering at the moment. That's one of the bigger problems here. Now, where is Newfoundland's actual capital? Well, while we're on the way up, as we've got some men, let's go ahead and start sieging out a few provinces. Now then, let's go and have a look over on the mainland. How are things doing here? So, it doesn't look like there's really any troops moving over. Everybody seems to be fighting over here in the New World. And this is one of the problems that EU4 does seem to constantly have, is that, you know, okay, we are one of the major participants, but Spain and England are fighting it out over here instead of fighting it out over in Europe, which is a little bit weird. You're trying to unsiege that, which I don't really like. But fine, we'll let you do that. So let's march you over here. Okay, if the game will let me actually do that. Let's get you all in one province. They're probably just going to... there's wasteland. They can't actually get through there. So we can get them cornered here. If we're smart enough. Going back to playing on Speed 3 after you've been playing on Speed 2 for a while. Speed 4 for a while. Feels very, very slow. But yeah, we're taking a lot of attrition, which is not good. But the thing is, once we've killed all of the troops that are over here, and once we've sieged out all of the stuff that belongs to the colonial nation, we don't even have to really worry about manpower, because Portugal and Spain should be getting the rest of the work done. Like I said, bear in mind, England is in another war. Unfortunately, we've got negative war score because no one can... Well, England, Great Britain control London. I'm sure they can't get around up there. There's no strait or anything. Now that says that there's the Hudson Straits, but I don't think there is a crossing there. I'm fairly certain that this is all... Okay, so where did their army go? That's interesting. Did they have some ships up there? Oh, they got down here. They did a right Houdini on us. Let's go ahead and just leave one unit behind. Now, unfortunately, we can't get down here because of the blockade. But if Portugal's navy... we can blockade them in. That makes life a bit easier. Portugal's going around and sieging the rest of the stuff out. Now, there is an army over here. So we could probably go ahead and deal with that. Let's get you down here to take that out. Now, have you just moved out of there? You have just moved out of there. So I can get you trapped in here on your little island, can't I? If I don't get blockaded in. Yeah, we just suddenly got blockaded there, so we can't get to there. That's unfortunate. It's this navy that's in our way. Of course, if the navy moves out... Yeah, those navies are going to sit around there. That's unfortunate. Let's split this army up. Put it in a couple of different provinces for now. You're going to come and try and attack me. That is absolutely... No, you were thinking about it, and then you thought, no. But yeah, I can't get in there unless these ships move away. Now then, you are trying to unsiege some stuff, but there are enough armies around to deal with you. I shouldn't have to deal with that myself, to be honest. What about down here? Yeah, there's certainly enough enough down... Oh, you're losing stuff down there as well. British Peru's getting sieged out nicely. Well... Despite the fact that we have negative war score simply because Great Britain still controls London, we're definitely winning the war on occupation. Let's have a quick look at the number of units now. It's definitely still in our favour. We have lost some ships, but again, that's still in our favour as well. Yeah, I think we might... Yeah, we've lost a few naval battles that didn't help. But it's really going to come down to, once all of the fighting's done over here in the New World, it's going to come down to Portugal and Spain actually winning the fight against Great Britain. So, I'm going to end the video here. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you are still enjoying EU4 as the Iroquois. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.